This is my 2027 election political arithmetic calculation. You understand? Tinubu will lose the election. And I have my reasons of saying that. This is because many governors will betray Tinubu. Many APC governors will betray Tinubu. But Tinubu don't know. There is impeccable strategies engineered by Rufai to unseat Tinubu. But many people, because of their deluded thinking, because of their baby mentality, because of they don't think ahead, their thinking is within their area. You understand? They are not versatile. They say Tinubu will use police, soldiers, and INEC to manipulate election. It will not happen 2027 election. I am telling you, there is big move, underground move with the PDP, APC governors. They work for Atiku to emerge as a president of this country. For even Rufai, Al-Mustafa and SDP candidates to come out and say that they are doing alliance. You understand? They had meeting day before yesterday that the meeting is all about 2023 elections on how to win election. For even Rufai to come out and you understand and have a meeting with the various political parties, it shows that the result of alliance or merger has already been yielded. But many people don't know. I am just telling you, these people, they had various meetings privately. They have already concluded. They are just waiting for time. You understand? People don't know that 2023 election, Tinubu emerged as a president of this country as a result of many votes come from the northern Nigeria, especially vote from southwest and northwest, because northwest they have about 22 million votes registered votes, 22 million registered votes. You understand? They are the highest region that have highest vote in Nigeria, followed by southwest, then south, northeast, north central, and the lowest region is southeast. I am just telling you, it was Rufai who designed blueprint plans of how to win 2023 election. It was Rufai that designed it. You understand? He is the one. He is the master impeccable strategist. You don't joke with Rufai. Despite I'm not a fan of Rufai, but I'm telling you, any president that play with Rufai will make sure that you lose the election. I am telling you, I'm not telling you that he has more supporters. I am telling you that he's very intelligent. He know how to bring somebody down. He know how to play politics, and he know how to make sure that Tinubu lose the elections. People keep telling without reason. You know, people. I don't know how people think. Oh, they don't follow details. They don't analyze. You understand? They don't analyze at all. They don't look at where the vote will come from. They only say that Tinubu will win election. How will Tinubu win election? The highest region in Nigeria, that is northwest. The northwest, no any state now that will vote. Is it Kano State, where Konkoso come from? You understand? Tell me which state in northwest that will vote for Tinubu. Tell me which state is in northeast. The last election, the only state he won in northeast, it was Borno. That is Maiduguri. You understand? So now, despite the hardship and the economic meltdown of what is happening in this country, are you telling me that people are happy with this administration, or people are not happy with this administration? The 98% of northerners are not happy. Not even northerners. The southeast, the south, and part of southwest. But because of their tribalism, the southwest people will not come out and say that the administration is going back. They will not say it. They will not say that Tinubu is failing. They will not say it because of their tribalism. So I'm just telling you that if you calculate, if you sit down and calculate the vote, where the vote will come out from every region in Nigeria, Tinubu will lose the election. Even before 12 o'clock, I'm telling you, 12 p.m., Tinubu will lose the election. See, not anybody that come that face Tinubu this time around, he will win the election. May God help us.
Hello, my people. Now, welcome back to Local Banga. You don't cast to Rufai now. The APC again. Now, understand. Nasiru Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, no the APC again. Say you don't even know whether they under APC or PDP. You understand? APC man don't tire him. You understand? So now with him in the talk now. You understand? Though I go play the video, give owner, make una see am by una self. Now understand? And we get joy for Ram based on say okay in talk for the video say him and Peter Obi they don't see. I don't know wetin they talk as they see, but in say they don't see. That means joy is coming for 2027 for all the obedience. Now wetin we know be that joy is coming. So if you dey serious, if you know say okay, now obedience, now obi, now this man wey dey see for my screen, so now you dey support, now you wan vote for 2027 election wey be say dey come. Abeg go and get your PVC, make sure say your PVC dey ready. Yeba under must Tinubu must go for 2027 because this suffering is too much. This suffering is too much. Now people will be say okay they dey in support of am when we do 2023 election. Now they don't turn against him now, so that means joy is coming. You understand? So and now the prayer will be say we dey pray ever since where they carry him as a president. Now him be this, and the prayer now don't dey work. So if you know say you be Peter Obi supporter, make sure say your PVC is ready. All votes go count for 2027 election, and Tinubu must be removed. You understand? Tinubu must be removed. And also, if not today be the first time where we say you come across this our channel, I beg subscribe to our channel so that anytime when we drop any video for this channel, now you go be the first person where they go notify. Thank you.
If you look at the program, you'll see that I'm not supposed to be on this panel. I was compulsorily drafted, and I want to say up front that I am the least qualified person on the panel to speak about political parties because my experience in politics is limited, and my experience in forming or managing political parties is even more limited. I've been actively involved in only 2 political parties, all in the 21st century, unlike the former vice president who has been in this since the 20th century. I was very active in the CPC. I was one of the leaders of the CPC before we merged into the APC, and all I know about partisan politics comes from that experience. But I want to say that, you know, political parties are very, very important. I did not realize this until I became politically active. Because in our constitution, the only way we can contest for power is on the platform of political parties. Our constitution does not recognize independent candidates, even though we tried in our APC Committee on True Federalism to recommend that the constitution be amended to allow independent candidates. That has not happened yet, and I don't even know if it will ever happen. So political parties remain important. But what is the state of political parties today? I will give my own views of what I have seen in the last 2 years. The PDP, which is one of the largest and perhaps the oldest political party in this republic, is clearly targeted for destruction. It's a matter of time. There are internal mercenaries in the PDP that have been hired, paid or otherwise motivated to destroy the party. So the party is on its way to the grave. Okay? And it's most unfortunate because His Excellency, the former Vice President, was explaining how politicians came together, essentially, put aside their differences to drive away the military. Most of these politicians ended up in the PDP. So the PDP actually represented the best of our politicians that fought for restoration of democracy. Forget those that make the most noise, but ran away from the country. Those that went to prison, those that were detained, all ended up in the PDP. Those were the real politicians that faced the military. But today, none of the founding fathers of the PDP can recognize it. Labour Party, again, targeted for destruction. And it's almost certain, the last time I had a conversation with Peter Obi himself, he admitted to me that he doesn't know what is happening in the party that he contested for president. So there seems to be a project to destroy all the opposition political parties. And the only option for the opposition, in my view, is to put aside their differences and come together and create a broad platform that will do the driving of the military again, because we are there almost. So, Your Excellency, we need your experience and skills. Now, I'm a founding member of the APC. If you go to INEC and ask for the form that got APC registered, I'm one of the 34 people that signed for it, and I was a founding member of the National Working Committee of the APC. But frankly, I no longer recognize the party. The party, no party organ of the APC has met for the past 2 years. No caucus, no NEC, nothing. I don't even know if it is a one-man show. It's a zero-man show. Okay. So, though I'm a founding member of the APC has left me behind. I'm still there where we were. We wanted to form a progressive party that will fight corruption, revamp the economy, and restore security to Nigerians. That was the objective of forming our party. And we all came from that party. After forming the party, we went out of our way to recruit others that we feel could add value to the party. We went to the residence of His Excellency Vice President Atiku Abubakar, invited him to join the party. We are not afraid of inviting heavyweights who are potential presidential aspirants, even though many of us were Buhari supporters. But we were not scared. We wanted a broad-based coalition that will address the problems of Nigeria, and we were successful in it. But why the APC today? I don't recognize it, as I said. It has left me behind. I still believe that the purpose of political contestation in Nigeria still remains revamping the economy, restoring security, and fighting corruption. The problems are still there. However, I no longer believe that my party believes in confronting those problems. So the distance between me and the APC is widening. It has left me, it's driving at very high speed away from where I am, but I remain where I am. Because these problems remain the living problems of Nigeria, and they have to be addressed. And the only way to address them is through the instrumentality of political party. So what happened to our parties? Why did our parties all end up where they are? When we started the APC, we were very hopeful that it will be member-financed party. We registered 15 million members. 15 million. If every member of the APC just gave the party 100 naira, that's 1.5 billion. Just 100 naira a month, which I believe almost everyone can afford. That's 1.5 billion. It's enough to run the party. We had aspirations of that nature. We had dreams of a real, ideologically driven, progressive political party. But today it is something else. If you look at the life cycle of the PDP, it was similar. They all end up becoming a one-man show. No collegiate leadership, no democratic leadership, no internal democracy. And the parties always get pocketed by those elected on the platform of the party. So if you look at what Professor Olukoshi outlined as the key issues to look out for in a party, ideology. What is the ideology of the APC? I don't know. We said we are progressive, but we are not progressive anymore. Okay? What about a societal project? What is our big societal project? I've mentioned the three. But now, if you ask people that were elected on the platform of the APC, they will say, I wanted to be governor, I wanted to be president, I wanted to. No, nobody talks about a national project, societal project anymore. It's about me. Me, myself, and I. What about manifesto? When was the last time you saw the manifesto of a political party in Nigeria? The last one I remember was the one we drafted in 2007 for the PDP. Okay? Since then, the PDP has never produced any manifesto. We did one at the formation of the APC, a very detailed one in 2015. But since then, nothing. The other parties, I don't even know. I haven't seen anything resembling a manifesto. What about membership? Members want to take from the party rather than contribute to the party. So we are in a serious crisis because these political parties are the vehicles through which leadership will emerge. Yet, they exist only on paper or in our imagination. And we must work. And this is a challenge for those in opposition. I'm not yet in opposition, by the way. I'm still in the APC. But this is a challenge to those in opposition. You must come together and form a party that, in my view, should closely resemble the NPN of the Second Republic. That's one political party that was an effective machine. The leadership was collegiate. The party imposed its will on those elected. It is unfortunate that it was terminated in 1983. Maybe by now we would have had a real political culture around collegiate, ideologically driven, and broad-based political parties. So this is the challenge for the opposition. I think I will stop here with my limited knowledge and experience in party formation and management. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I think you did well. And since you're not yet in opposition, we will wait until when you are there because you have to be one of the crafters of the next step.
Thank you very much. You know, loyalty to a party comes after loyalty to God and to your country, I think. So, in my view, you know, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a party member wanting his party to win every seat. But I think the problem that we have is that people want to win by hook or by crook. When I was governor of Kaduna State and we had to conduct local government elections, I went to great lengths to ensure that the elections were free and fair. We even went to China and got electronic voting equipment because I believed that it was important that we knew how well we were doing after being in office for 2-3 years. And the best way to test how well we were doing was to have credible local government elections. But believe me, I was just the majority of one because I was the governor. all my colleagues from CPC and ANPP and ACN said, look, just give us one chance to do to PDP what they have done to us for 16 years. Let us write the result and win everything as well. And I said, no, not on my watch. We lost some local governments, chairmanships, we lost some councillors, but on the whole, we won in more than 3/4 of the state, which I think was okay. And as far as I know, that is the only time in the history of this republic that local government elections were held to be free and fair in Nigeria. I have not heard of anywhere else. Because people just believe that the State Electoral Commission should ensure that every seat is won by the party in power. You know, some governors have tried a little bit to concede here and there, but the attitude is that, you know, we must take everything. I hope I've answered your question, but I want to build on what His Excellency Vice President Atiku Abubakar said about what the country faces as a challenge, because I don't think this is a challenge for the opposition. Okay, the way and manner opposition political parties are being targeted for destruction, and the style and quality of governance in this country today is a national emergency. It should concern everyone. And I think this is a problem for all of us to think about and play a role in changing it. Because as His Excellency said, we stand the risk of losing democracy itself. In the last election, only 26% of registered voters bothered to come out to vote. I'm in a possession of a recent opinion poll that showed that 75% of registered voters in Nigeria do not intend to vote in the next election. That is very dangerous for us. And I think every voice must rise and come out and fight for this democracy. For those of us that are in our 60s, we lived half of our lives under military rule. We know what it is, and we don't want military rule. But we also don't want civilians with behaving like the military in their barbariga and suits. So this is a national emergency. So I appeal to those in opposition, you must coalesce into one political party. We did it in the APC and it can be done again. Okay? But to avoid what has happened to the APC, I think you must ensure that there is internal democracy in your party from day one and insist on it. You must insist that the congresses and convention must be competitive, free and fair. The question of forcing people to step down on the day of the convention and so on should be out of the window. Let people contest and know that they won. And not those that have lost know that they lost. To try again. We must have internal democracy in our parties. And I think, and I found this out when I went back to Kaduna to contest for governor, I realized that the most important qualification for being a political stakeholder, at least in Kaduna State, was to be an illiterate. You are an illiterate, but you are very, very cunning. That's political stakeholder. We have to change it. We must have minimum qualifications. This politics is about leadership. You produce leaders through this political process. You cannot afford to have illiterates, semi-illiterates, cunning people, and so on as your leaders. You will end up with what we have. So the parties must have a standard. The Constitution may say, okay, the Constitution may say that if you have a secondary school certificate or you've attended secondary school, you can be president. Yeah, that's a minimum. But it doesn't mean that the parties cannot have a standard higher than that for the leadership of the parties. Because the leadership, it is the leadership of the parties that vote in congresses and conventions to produce the candidates. So when you have low quality party leaders, they are the delegates, you have low quality candidates. And you end up with a beauty contest consisting of only very ugly women. Okay, because elections in my view, are very similar to a beauty contest. You can only vote for the person that is on the ballot. You cannot vote for the best person. You can only vote for a person if he's on the ballot. And it is these so-called delegates, the party leaders, that vote to produce that candidate. So, if they are of low quality, do not expect them to produce a candidate of any better quality. This is a major problem in political parties. Thirdly, I think every party member should pay to be a member of the party. Yeah. That way he will have a say. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. As I gave the example of APC. We propose 100 naira a month. And we don't want you to pay 1,200 for 1 year and forget about it because you can afford it. No, we want you to every month to remember that you have a party and you are sending to your party 100 naira. It's a commitment. It's not the money. It is the commitment. I'm committed to this party that I'm sending 100 naira a month to it. For the APC, that would have been 18 billion naira a month per annum from the membership alone. Now, if the party has 18 billion naira from its members, how can any money bag buy up the party? It's also a way of protecting the party from godfathers, from money bags. And I think that should be embedded in any future party from day one. And finally, you must have competitive primaries. Allow everyone who wants to contest, who's ready to buy the poor, to contest. Don't tell people to step down. What are you afraid of? Competition is the only way to bring out the best and the brightest. And God knows this country needs it, right?